For example, Chapter 3 of the Jamaica Constitution, which speaks of the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom, which gives you the freedom of expression and so forth. So people need to go and read those to know what your freedoms, what your rights are, and when your rights are being breached. So
bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's a girl and Isabel Rose. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks to returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on, put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So in this one, my people, we're seeing opposition leader Mark Bolin speaking out at the 10th biannual conference in Jamaica, and a citizen explains the Constitution in less than 4 minutes, and we're seeing the permanent Secretary of the Legal Affairs Ministry wants laws with outdated fines to be upgraded. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, or run over to my other platform at Bell Rose Short Media. Subscribe over there, get that channel to 1K for me. Please and thanks. And so in this first segment, the people, we're seeing Jamaica hosting their 10th biannual Diaspora conference, my people, and they basically say that over 1,000 persons have registered, and the quota for them was 1,000. And as you can see in the picture right here, my people, some showed up, even members from the opposition party showed up, and all in all, they said that it was a good conference. But we have a clippings of the opposition leader who spoke at the conference, and I want to listen to, what he said at the conference.
Mr. Mark Golding.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. Honorable Prime Minister, Minister Johnson Smith, Minister of State Terry Long, Chairman of the conference and of the VM Group, one of our main sponsors, Courtney Campbell, Ministers of Government who are here, members of the Diplomatic Corps, all other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and of course the delegates who have made the effort to come to Jamaica to be part of this 10th biannual Diaspora Conference. The theme of unity is important as we gather as Jamaicans to think about and discuss the way forward for our country. And indeed, the fact that this is the 10th biannual conference of its kind signifies that Jamaica is able to take united positions on important matters. The very first one was under the patronage, or was well organized at the time, by the then Prime Minister P.J. Patterson and the late Senator Delano Franklin, who at that time was responsible for diaspora affairs. And we've seen continuity as both major political parties recognize the importance of the diaspora and the singular importance of this kind of event in affording an opportunity to all of us to come together and to share what we have to share in the spirit of unity or love for our wonderful homeland, Jamaica. I congratulate the organizers for putting on this conference. I know it has not been an easy road, but we are here now and you're seeing the fruits of your labor. Congratulations to you. Reality is that Jamaica we are a migratory people, and we always have been. And as it stands today, the Jamaicans living abroad constitute more or less a similar number to those living on the rock itself. Our diaspora and the support of our diaspora is absolutely critical to our survival as a nation. They are the largest provider of foreign exchange to our country. They support our balance of payments. They support the value of our currency. And indeed, during the pandemic, when the other critical source of foreign exchange, the tourism industry, basically shut down, Jamaica was able to get through it without any balance of payments or exchange rate crisis because of the stepping up of our diasporans in support of our country. And indeed, the resources that are sent here are resources that directly benefit the Jamaican people. It is the prime social safety net for our people, their relatives abroad who provide support, but also so many good causes that the Jamaican community internationally lends its hand to help life be a little bit better here for our people in Jamaica, in healthcare, in education, and in a variety of other important philanthropic endeavors. We salute the diaspora for what they do for our people. And indeed, as has been mentioned, we are going through a process of looking at our constitution with a view to becoming a republic. And part of that dialogue must involve a discussion around what it is to be a Jamaican, what it means to be a Jamaican. I personally am of the view that we can't take a myopic, insular approach to this, given the realities of who we are and that we're spread all over the world, and how dependent we are on each other. And indeed, Jamaicans on the rock are for our relatives and friends abroad. And our rules around who can participate at whatever level, in my opinion, should reflect that reality and should be inclusive rather than discriminatory or exclusionary. And I'm hoping that we will have that dialogue because it's very important. And we want, insofar as we collectively recognize the importance of the role of our people from all over in helping our nation to develop, that dialogue is an important element of that. So I will just close by wishing you all a wonderful conference. I hope you find it very fulfilling, that you learn a lot, that you share a lot, and that you leave here feeling justified for the effort and expenditure that you made to be part of this. And again, I congratulate the organizers of this conference for making it happen. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.
And on the matter of the constitutional reform, we heard opposition leader touch a little bit on it in his speech at the conference. And so we have a gentleman here, a citizen of Jamaica, speaking out as it pertains to the whole constitution and this reformed constitution. And I would have sent it to quite a few persons, the reformed constitution, the 103 pages, and I'm not sure, nobody not giving a feedback of what they found in it that could be, tweaked to the citizens' liking. But me, I'm going to hear what this man say about the old and the reformed constitution and tell me what you think, my people.
This is a copy of the Jamaica Constitution. The Constitution is really a document given to every country once they are given independence. So our Constitution was given to us in 1962 here in Jamaica. So if our rights are listed in the Constitution, why is it not exposed to us? Why don't we have any say in this new written Constitution? Why is it being written behind closed doors? Now, the first constitution here that we're talking about, this constitution, it has so many ambiguity. I mean, big words where you and I can hardly break down. How the little layman will know his rights now? How the hell him about read them the big words there to break it down and to understand? So the constitution, what them are right now, the words should be plain, simple, easy to understand that even a 5-year-old can read. How on earth you go write my rights in a something and you put in a so much big words like I say, yo, me can't be farmer too, me can't just have one little piece of education or me can count 2 words and understand the constitution. Why is it that my lawyer have to interpret it for me, or somebody who big or somebody who would have studied have to interpret the constitution for me? That should not be right. If my rights are enclosed in that constitution, why can't I see what my rights are going to be? Why can't I get to challenge those rights? Why can't I have an input in what the constitution should look like? Why should I allow the people behind closed door to write a constitution and I am not involved? The public is not involved. What is the secrecy behind this? Why is there anyone talking about the importance of the Constitution? People have just heard the word Constitution and just browse over it because they have no idea what the Constitution is. The Constitution tells how the laws are supposed to be made in your country. The Constitution is more important than the law in your country. If the law does not correspond with the Constitution, this law here would have to be thrown out. The Constitution is the boss of all bosses. So if we can't see what is being written in the Constitution, why is it being written behind closed doors? Why do I have to go somewhere to search? Why isn't there a billboard to put every line, every sentence that is being written, every section, every part that has been written or is going to be written in the new Constitution? Why can't I see that on any billboard? This is the Constitution. All laws come under the Constitution. If the laws do not correspond with the Constitution, the law will be considered null, void, not good. So I don't understand this big secrecy behind the drafting of this new constitution. It is for everyone to see. Everyone should pay attention to this. Nothing is more important in your life than your constitution. The constitution determines everything that you do. The Constitution tells how you walk, how you should talk, what you should not say, and what you should do, whether or not you believe it. No, certain laws that should be struck down are actually, because in the Constitution, there are certain sections that talks about your freedom, rights, and expectations. For example, Chapter 3 of the Jamaica Constitution, which speaks of the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom, which gives you the freedom of expression and so forth. So people need to go and read those to know what your freedoms, what your rights are, and when your rights are being breached. So I think that the Constitution should be taught in primary school, high school, straight up to university, and every aspect of your life is involved in this Constitution. So why is it not publicized? Why is the new drafting of the Constitution not made public to the people so that they can understand? I hope the language in the new Constitution is clear as day. It should not have any kind of ambiguity, no kind of discrepancy. I should be able to use a 5-year-old to ask to read that Constitution to me, and the 5-year-old could interpret it. I don't think it should be a big secret and be drafted behind any closed doors. No, your Constitution is important. It is more important than your birth certificate. It is more important than your land title. It is more important than your passport. It dictates how your citizenship should be. It dictates if you are a citizen, whether or not you are qualified to vote, whether or not you should serve as the Prime Minister, whether or not dual citizenship is allowed in Parliament. So the Constitution should not be made a secret. Yes, I said it.
I do agree with some of what he's saying. Like, for example, the part when he said that he believes that the Constitution should be taught from primary school up until even college. But then again, we would have to have lawyers to teach these topics, or they would have to have a set of teachers who will definitely teach this topic as it pertains to teaching the Constitution in school. But tell me what you think of what him saying make sense for the most part for me. But tell me what you think. Moving right along. So we're seeing the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Wayne Robertson, is calling for an update of those laws which carry outdated monetary penalties. He says updating the various fines have been placed on the back burner for a far too long. He even cited a case of an alleged gangster who was fined a maximum of $100 for making a false declaration to immigration officials.
It is important that we address them. And I understand that it is a process, not an event. But we have to start the process and accelerate the process to get to where we want to go. So the long and short of it, ladies and gentlemen, is that monetary penalties have been left on the back burner. We are now saying to you, bring it on the front burners. 2 front burners we have here now, not 1. We have added another burner, putting it at the front. I'm asking you kindly to give this area some attention. Recall Tesha Miller in 2017, where he was charged by the court and paid a fine of $100. Yes, it's $100. And I double-checked that information. $100. And I've read that on more than one occasion, and it has resonated with me that, listen, man, as your humble servant in this ministry, I cannot sit down and see these things and turn a blind eye to them. Not in 2024. And that is just one example. Right? For giving false information to the immigration officers at the airport. And he was charged. And his lawyer paid the $100 on spot. Paltry sum. It's embarrassing.
And some people, this all ties in back with the whole constitution and even this reform constitution. There's a whole lot of stuff that they need to make sure in this constitution reform here. And the committee needs to dialogue with the people and to hear the people's plight. You understand? There's a whole heap of ambiguity, as the gentleman said in his section, that needs to be clarified. And to me, even themselves don't even understand. And so we need those who are more, educated on the whole constitution to come and to clarify with more public education so that the public can understand in its entirety the laws that governs the land. Tell me what you think, my people, of him calling for, the fines to be updated amongst many other stuff need to be sorted out in the Constitution. Impeachment legislation, a whole heap of other legislation and policies need to be improved. But I want to hear from you, drop on the 2 cents in the comment section where people tell me what you think about everything that was said in this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, or go over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Isabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. Member shout out, member badges, only a small fee per month to join the Isabel Rose movement. Thanks to all my returning subscribers. Thanks to the new subscribers. Thanks to my new viewers. Come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos, support the ABR movement by playing a part. On the road to 20K, help me to get there, my people. Get this video to at least 2,000 likes for me, please. As you come up on the videos, then please to like and share. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.